I was travelling up the coast and I was running low on cash. I took a telemarketing job in the Gold Coast selling pest control, specifically a rat poison called Mortox rat killer. To keep the job, I had to make at least one sale per day. At the end of this particularly slow 4-hour shift, I was yet to make a single sale. I was on a call explaining to this old lady the dangers of rat infestation. She said, "I don't have rats, dear, but I work with one." I said, "Look, if you buy some now, I'll give you 50% off." She finally agreed, and I really hated myself for selling that crap. About a week later, I was on my way to the call centre. I just couldn't do it. I kept driving up the coast. A few hours later, I stopped off at this little country town for food. I passed a bakery with a sign on the door that says brekkie roll and coffee, $6.80. Perfect. Behind the counter was this middle-aged lady with curly black hair and bright blue eyeshadow. I ordered a brekkie deal. She gives me 20 cents change, and I put it in the tip jar. Moments later, she hands me a warm paper bag with a coffee. It was a nice afternoon, so I decided to eat it over in the park across the road. On my way out, I noticed this custard tart. Just one left on the counter display. "How much for the custard tart?" I said. $4.20, she said. "I got $4. She grabbed the custard tart from the display, took a big bite and said $4. I said no thanks, and then left the shop. I spotted a bench under the shade of a tree, and just before I got there, this old woman sits down. I wasn't really in the mood for chatting, but there was nowhere else to sit, and I was dying to get that food in my gob. I sat on the side of the bench and took a massive bite. It wasn't disappointing. "That smells like a brekkie roll," she said. From the bakery across the road." "I know, dear. I used to work there." "Lovely," I said with a mouthful. She said, "Who served you?" I said, "This lady with dark curly hair." And she said, "Lots of blue eyeshadow." I said, "Yeah, that's the one." "A right old mole," the lady says. "I lost my job because of her." I asked how. "She told my boss I was eating all the custard tarts." I said, "Did you?" "No," she said. "She was the one that ate them all, and she blamed me." I said, "Well, that's terrible." She said, "I've paid her back, though." I go, "How's that?" She said, "Well, dear, she won't be eating another custard tart in a hurry." I go, "What do you mean?" The old lady held up a bag of Mortox rat killer, then lets out this high-pitched laugh. I never eaten a custard tart since.